She's an author and feature writer and photographer, and she's been concentrating on the sequel to her debut novel, God in the Wingtip Shoes, and promoting domestic violence awareness, using her second novel, Saved by the Vine, G.B. Stone, Saved by the Vine. It's a prequel to God in the Wingtip Shoes, and we're here talking about The Prison Plumb Line. It's a wonderful book that you have to pick up and read, and moreover, she's turned it into a play that's going to be happening Saturday, August the 27th. But you have to listen, because this is about 5 women in prison, 5 chances to change, and finding your beauty under the rock of life. Girl, this is amazing, for real. What created the environment for you to actually write this book?
Yes, thank you. Well, it came out of my 20 years of prison ministry and prison programs as a volunteer working behind bars. My husband Robert and I both, we've done that. We can't explain to you why we fell into it.
Okay.
But once we did,
but you love it.
Yes, fell in love.
Because why was the Lord sent you? Because it was a ministry, right? So let's start there.
Yes, that's right. That's where it started.
Right.
And my perception of those who had to be incarcerated, who've been incarcerated, was totally off, totally wrong.
What was your perception?
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what I found out. They're not all monsters behind bars. Perhaps very few.
Monsters.
That's right. There's you and I behind bars.
What's you and I?
That means anyone. That means if there's anyone out there who has a perception of who inmates are and who's likely, who should be in jail, anything like that, they're half wrong, because it's also the folks they think wouldn't be in jail.
So you went in there sort of biased a little bit.
Biased, afraid.
Okay.
I thought it would be kind of like a dungeon where someone would want to hurt me, or and that didn't. And oddly enough, that didn't keep me from it. That's because it was God.
God sent you.
It's my calling. Yeah. But what I found out that it was. There was me behind bars, and also because you're locked up in jail or in prison, that's no guarantee that you did something wrong.
Right.
As well.
We're finding that out.
That's right.
We're finding that out every day. Every day. So when you started writing this book,
yes,
the whole purpose of this book, what was the purpose of writing the book itself?
I was moved to write the novella because based on the lives of 5 real female inmates I was fortunate enough and blessed enough to meet behind bars. I do Bible studies. I also do writing workshops, because writing is a source of empowerment, and it's also something that no one can tell you not to do.
Right.
And so I've met so many. I meet angels behind bars, men and women. A former inmate, we call them returning citizens. When he got out of jail, he created the logo for my nonprofit.
Oh, nice.
And he also later did the set design for the play.
Wow,
very, very
creative.
Talented. Oh, there's so much talent behind bars.
I need to call him about mine. I like that logo.
Oh my goodness, the man is awesome. And a sidebar, NBC and the Washington Post did stories about him before he got out of jail.
Okay.
That's how powerful he is.
So these 5 women.
Yes.
Who are they? Who are they in real life, just without their real names? But who are they?
Well, oddly enough, one I knew before she went to jail. I walked in one evening, and she happened to be sitting there. For women usually end up behind bars because they're helpers, because they're doing something for someone else, and they put themselves in peril. And so there are 5 scenarios in that book, and they all hinge on the truth.
Right.
One woman in the book stole money from a federal, I have in the book, it says a credit union. It was someplace else, but they caught her putting the money back.
Okay.
And what happened was she was pushed to the wall financially. She was taking care of a sister who had a drug problem, a mother who was ill, and she had to meet her bills, and she didn't know what to do, and she was sitting there around a lot of money. And so she did go to jail, but I tell you what, the community testified for her on her behalf about what a wonderful person she was.
Who were the other four?
We have one, who was smuggling drugs because of a significant other and was caught. We have one who was the main character is based on actually two women. One woman had a tremendous voice, and I mean, she could go up against Mary J. Blige any time. And there she was. The other was a tremendous, wonderful, talented poet. And that young woman was only in her 20s. Her boyfriend was dealing drugs. The police came in. She was there. They had a little baby, and she got swept up.
Yeah, in it.
Just swept up in it.
Right.
That's right.
So when we look at this play, because what we want that takeaway is to also see how these women are in. Tell us about what that expectation should be
for the play. All righty. First of all, it's edgy because you go in one way and hopefully you can come out another.
So you go in what way?
Pretty edgy. And with the main character of the play and also the novella is that she feels like she has no talent, no gift, which is not true. Her life is doomed. She's the walking dead, and I might as well just die here. And that's the mentality sometimes, because sometimes you're shocked that this has happened to you.
Yeah, well, I would have guessed so. If that door starts closing, what you going to do about that? Right.
That's right. And you feel like that's the end. But for many people, it can be a beginning. It's an eye-opener. I always say that, like Heather Headley says, it's me time. This is when everything else is stripped away from you, and you have to put yourself first.
As a minister going in and trying to reach into the spiritual and the emotional side of some of these women that you see, that real women beyond the play.
Yes.
What do you think are the top 3 things that these women should be doing before they even get to prison? Because it sounds like there are a lot of women who are caught up in situations.
Yes.
Is there some sort of I don't know, word that you could give?
Well, what I say to a lot of times to the women, first of all, I'm not a minister.
Okay, but you're doing a ministry.
I'm doing
so
a
you're
ministry.
Giving something.
Yes, a ministry.
Right.
This
so
is
let's
my
not
mission.
deny that. Right. You can't deny that. So you're talking to people and you're ministering to people whether you have that whatever behind you or not.
That's true. This is my calling.
Yeah.
What I tell the ladies of all ages, I said, your road to incarceration started not with the charge that you, as the young people say, the charge you caught.
Right.
It starts the moment you decide to accept less than what you're worth.
Wow.
What you're worth.
Wow.
That's when it starts.
Wow.
Because that's when you start, veering off of what you wanted to be and how you wanted people to treat you, and not looking at what your gifts are, or looking for the things that truly make you happy. I sometimes in the jail we will sit around in a room, sit in a circle, and I say, I want you to tell me what it is that you really want. And I tease them because I'm not allowed to do this. I said, I might hit you if you say you want world peace. I said, I want to know what you wanted.
As a person,
as a
human
person,
being.
as a woman.
So I understand that the largest growing population in the penal system today are black women.
That's right. Yes, that's right. It's growing, and my goodness, oftentimes, they don't get the same good. We put in quotations around the word good, but sometimes they're not treated as well as the men. They're treated as an afterthought sometimes, and. So we want to change that. We want to give them every opportunity that they can get there. We want to have programs that will help them. But my dream is when they get out, men and women, when they get out, I want to give them a voice, a validation. I want to put them on a stage. I want dialogue to open up on how this journey happens,
right,
and how you get out of it.
Right.
I want to employ some of them to just simply tell their story.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But I think that that's a conversation. You have a nonprofit?
Yes,
okay,
I
so
do.
what's the name of your nonprofit?
The name of the nonprofit is the Life Journeys Writers Guild Incorporated.
Okay, and so the play is the Saturday, August 27th?
Yes.
And it's at the Ark in Washington, D.C.?
Yes.
How do we get tickets?
Oh, yes. You can click on the website, Prison Plumline. That's prison, PLUMBLING.com. And look on, there's a wonderful...
LINE.
Thank you. I don't know what I said. Thank you. Bless you.
PrisonPlumline.com.
Yes. And if you click on and stay on the trailer just a second, it'll pop up. Something will pop up so you can purchase tickets. And they're very reasonably priced.
All right. So phone number, 240-545-5594.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
You're listening.
Yes.
We could talk a lot more. You're going to have to come back.
Oh,
You promise?
I'd love
Yeah,
it.
we need
I'd
to come
love
back and talk and really explore this.
Yes.
We really need to do this.
Oh, that
Thank
would
you
be wonderful.
so much, Yvonne. I really appreciate your coming. You've got to read this book. We're out of time. I need a longer show.
Yes,
You're listening
I
to
love your show.
You're listening. Huge thank you to our listeners, our guests, and Keep It Moving team, segment producer Sandy Mans, Shaka Berry, digital producer Brandon Derrick, entertainment producer Meredith Leanne McCormick, engineers Andre Melton, Mike Nice, associate producer Iori Odiaju. Until next week, you're listening to Keep It Moving with Marsha Jews. And until then, listen to WEAA, your source for cool jazz and the voice of the community. And until next week, keep it moving.
We already know